What's up, traders? Welcome back. Happy Friday. I know a lot of you guys are probably kind of happy to see Friday come this week after the week that we had in the markets, but things are looking up, guys. Good day for macro this morning. We had some good data come out, and we're seeing some reversals across the board. So I figured it was maybe time to start looking at micro again for some swing trades now that macro is cooperating. And I have a very interesting setup for you guys today. The ticker obviously is BLMZ. And what piqued my interest this week here was all this fresh volume starting on the 26th a couple days ago. So you had a pretty quiet name here that ended up trading a lot of abnormal volume. The supposed trigger for this volume was this regain of compliance PR. It's centered around their equity requirements versus the bid price, obviously, because the stock is still under $1. But I don't know. This kind of got my spidey senses tingling a little bit here, guys. I didn't really see it as deserving of the amount of volume that actually came into the stock on this PR. If I could put my tinfoil hat on for a second, I almost think that this is an excuse for some kind of preloading. And this wasn't actually the true catalyst that drove the volume. I think it was kind of, there was a lot of entering and less exiting than you might think on this name when this PR actually hit. So obviously we have a very low float here, sub 10 million in the 30s, which puts the turnover, very low. Kind of an interesting deal here. This was actually an IPO last summer, so you can see it just started trading in July. Japanese IPO priced, I think, at $4.30 a share and has not had, a ton of action, maybe one good reversal, a couple good reversals since the IPO. Another really interesting angle on here is the underwriter for the IPO was Network One. I know a lot of you guys who are more small cap friendly will be pretty familiar with this underwriter. But they've done a bunch of deals. Here's BLMZ, but they've done a lot of very interesting deals. They're sort of known for marketing sort of Chinese IPO deals. And you guys will have seen a lot of headlines about this, how they sort of just have mystery squeezes and seem to just lock arms and walk up many thousands of percent. BGLC comes to mind, ILAG, Megal, GSUN, all of these have had very interesting action either immediately following the deal or in recent memory after the deal. But this is kind of a mysterious underwriter that piques the imagination of many small cap traders. So, I think a lot of people probably forgot that they did this BLMZ deal, but it definitely does sort of thicken the plot a bit when it comes to this stock. In terms of risks, I don't see anything about a split. In terms of delisting, potential delisting, I believe they had something about they had a PR in December, and it says they have until June, or else they'll face delisting. So that's a ways away, guys. We have a good window here. My guess is with all the volume that we're seeing lately, we'll probably have a pretty good run on this thing pretty soon. So nothing really to worry about on this front. So again, very interesting situation, kind of crazy volume. Network One deal, very low float at this point, very cheap price. In terms of dilution, it's a pretty clean-cut situation. We just have this one share purchase agreement that they seem to be drawing on. I believe it's been amending, so they are able to lower the price, although here it says that they're issued at 75. I think there's some sort of exceptions written into this, so they may still be selling. If you do look at the chart, this did happen in October, so there's a possibility that this thing's sort of running out because there's been quite a few big volume days that they could have potentially sold into, and a lot of them were sort of in the $70 to $1.50 range, so the volume went a long way in terms of any type of dollar conversions on that. But with or without that being finished, I still find this very interesting. I think that, there's just as much of a chance of them doing some kind of a promo or a run into this to sell the rest if it's not finished. And if it's finished, that's bullish too. So sort of a win-win situation here. So that's what I got on BLMZ, guys. Certainly urge you to take a look. I have some pretty solid size in this, and I'm looking for a really nice reversal next week on this name. So Everybody enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday here. And if you've been having a tough time in the market, keep your head up. I think things are looking up. We're going to have some great swings set up, and hopefully we're going to get into the next part of this small cap cycle real soon, and we can all hit all-time highs on our account in no time. So everybody enjoy, and we will touch base soon.